Hello again. It's good to see you, and I wish I could see you in person, but I can't. Well, I just would love to ask you how it's going with your PhytoRx program. And this week, we're not going to be talking about changing your protein or switching out your fat. We're going to be talking about my favorite topic, and it's vegetables. Why is that my favorite topic? I'm not really sure, but I think it's because it's the one area that we all need the most help in. I know I do, and I eat quite a bit of vegetables. I love vegetables, but sometimes it's hard to get them all in. But you can kind of see from my laptop cover to the picture behind me. I love vegetables and I love talking about vegetables. And why is that? I like to talk about them. I think it has a lot to do with how good they are for us. I mean, we all know that they're good for us, but for some reason we struggle to get them in. And most of the time it's because they're not the most convenient, or we just aren't in the habit. Remember, we talked a lot about habits. But if I could encourage you to get in the habit of changing one habit or increasing one habit and making it better, it would be to increase the amount of vegetables that you're eating. Now, you may already be eating more than you were maybe before you started this program, but I hope you're eating at least 3 cups a day of vegetables. And the tools, I know we've talked about some tools that you'll be getting with the PhytoRx program. The tool this week that we'll be talking about, it's measuring cups. And you'll see it's got a fourth of a cup, a third of a cup, half a cup, and then a measuring, or a whole 1 cup measuring cup. And I like these for 2 reasons. They kind of are space saving because they're collapsible, but you just pop it open to a half a cup, or to a cup, excuse me. This is a half cup here. But what is recommended, a minimum for vegetables, is 3 cups of a serving each day. Now, I hope you're getting more than that, but I have people say, well, I eat no vegetables. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just start at getting you in a cup of vegetables a day, or then go to 2 cups and 3 cups, at a minimum 3 cups a day. And I don't know if you took a look at your PhytoRx prescription, but it probably had a list of vegetables on there. And the ones I want to talk about today are the ones that were listed on there: red cabbage, red or black grapes. I'm having to read it because I don't remember what all was on there. Beets and carrots, spinach, kale, and bell peppers. All those are rich in phytonutrients that are very beneficial for you. The thing about vegetables, you know, the name of the game with vegetables is to eat a variety, and a variety of colors, because you get like different nutrients from each, and you get different flavors from each. And I know you've probably been told eat the rainbow, and that is true. Different colors provide us with different nutrients. So I hope when you're getting your food from Feed NC that you are excited about the vegetables that you're getting, and that you'll look for ways to prepare them. One of my favorite things to do with vegetables is roast them. I don't know if you've ever done like a sheet pan of roasted vegetables, but you can pretty much take any vegetable and a sheet pan, cut up your vegetables, drizzle with a little bit of that olive oil we talked about previously, and then at about 400 degrees in your oven, roast them for probably about 20 minutes. And if you get on the internet at all, you can look up all kinds of ways to roast vegetables. But the thing about roasted vegetables is you can eat them right then, or you can use them as a plan over, where you take those vegetables and you use them in a variety of ways. I like to take roasted vegetables, maybe that I have cooled, and put in the refrigerator, take them out, chop them up a little bit if they need to, and do like an omelet, or I'll use them over my spinach greens, and make a salad out of with my roasted vegetables. There are so many ways that you can get more vegetables in. And I know we talked about spinach a little bit, and kale. They're powerhouses full of nutrients. And sometimes with salads we think, oh, we need, I think of a taco salad. Sometimes people love taco salads, but that shell is not the most beneficial for you. So I love to, instead of using like a taco shell or some type of shell, do a really big bed of that spinach greens or kale. And if the spinach and kale are a little, they're hearty tasting. So if that's a little bit much, take some romaine lettuce and toss in some spinach and or some kale with it, just to boost the nutrition. And take some of those roasted vegetables, put it on there, and hopefully we talked a little bit last time about making your own salad dressing. Make your own salad dressing. Pour a little bit of that on there, and just look for ways to increase your vegetables on a daily basis. If you can get vegetables in at most of your meals, it's probably the number one most beneficial thing you can do for your health from an eating perspective, is to increase your vegetables. So again, I hope that these habits that we've talked about, changing up your protein, swapping your fats, and today talking about increasing your vegetables. I hope you're starting to get in the habit of using some of these changes. And again, one of the best things you can do is focus on vegetables for all of your meals. And I look forward to speaking with you next week when we're going to talk about increasing your fruit intake.